Morning I was thinking whether I need to share some new video for my YouTube channel or to do a live stream, and turned out that very early in the morning I started to receive a lot of requests to do a live session today to explain the early morning trade on $CAD pair, to share the analysis for some other setups. And I remember that I made a promise to do more live streams till Christmas, till the winter holidays, and we have less than a month for cheating, and the half of November is already gone, and yeah, this this season is turning very rapidly and quickly. For today, preparing for today's live stream, we will discuss the trap trading on $CAD. We will discuss swing trading on silver. We will discuss some trend following trading. We will discuss trend following trading on one of the Swiss pairs. Probably it will be Pound Swiss or CAD Swiss. And I have some swing trading set up for you to share on a pound dollar pair. So we have quite a lot of setups for today's discussion. I hope that you will enjoy today's live stream. As always, traders, if you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions in a live chat. And as always, traders, first, please let me know if everything is working, if there are no lags, if you see the chart, if you hear me, if you see me, and if everything is all right. And just say hello in the live chat if you're here watching and listening. Hello Sabi, hello Noah, hello Kim, hello Mazia, hello Tua, Unplugged here, watching from Kenya. Thank you for joining today's live stream. And by the way, usually I do the announcement of the live stream at least 6 hours before it starts, sometimes even 12 hours before the live stream starts. And honestly, this time I just forgot to schedule the live stream earlier. And this morning when I was checking the charts, I realized that I forgot to announce the live stream. So if you got the notification of this live stream late, please, sorry about that. Yeah, usually I do that way in advance. Hello Joe, hello Explore Europe, hello Little John, hello Billy, hello Joanna, nice to see you. Hello David, hello Jojo, nice to see you. And thank you for joining today's live stream. So, thinking about what to start our today's live session, I think that we will start with the trade on the $CAD pair. And if you are not a member of my free Telegram channel, and if you are not my TradingView subscriber, this morning I shared signal to buy $CAD pair. I shared this first signal in my first signals group, and I also provided this signal with entry, stop loss, and target in my VIP signals group. And I guess we will start our discussion today with this trade on $CAD. I will explain why I took the trade in $CAD, what was the reasoning behind this trade, and I will explain where is my stop loss, where was the entry, take profit, and I hope that you will learn something new. So this morning, and by the way, for quite a while, I was monitoring $CAD for buying. This weekend on TradingView, I shared a very bullish forecast for $CAD, explaining why the pair looks bullish. And then on my free Telegram channel, I shared a bullish forecast yesterday. And today I finally took a long position. So what is the idea? The thing is that if we analyze dollar CAD pair in a daily time frame, if we examine a current market trend, we can easily spot that the market is strongly bullish. We can see that since summer, the market found a bottom. We got a confirmed bullish reversal, and then the market started updating higher highs and higher lows. So we have a very bullish structure. And in this bullish structure, in this bullish price action, we should also notice that just recently we have updated the high. We set a new higher high, higher close right here. We violated our previous high, and this violation is a clear signal of the dominance of the buyers, of the strength of a current uptrend. And after formation of this high, the market started to correct, the correctional movement started, and I was looking for buying after completion of this correction. And I spotted quite a significant support. Right here, we got quite an important support cluster, historic support cluster that was a strong resistance in the past, then it turned into support. Yes, it was respected as the support, then it was broken again. You can see that over time, that structure was respected by the market. And the thinking about what is so specific about that structure and why that area was and keeps being respected by the buyers and by the sellers, I spotted a psychological level within that area. If we analyze the numbers, we can see that within that area we have 1.4 level. It is the round number based level, it is whole number based level, and I always repeat to my students and I always repeat on the live streams that such kind of psychological levels are always very important for the market participants, and we should always keep an eye on such price levels. Another example, by the way, of a psychological level is right here, 1.39. It is another round number based level, and we can see that over time the market keeps respecting that structure. So when you do structure analysis, support and resistance analysis on a daily time frame or on any other time frame, please never forget to analyze psychological levels. So trading in a strong uptrend, dollar CAD pair updated the high and then the correctional movement started. And I thought that that structure will definitely be a point of interest for the market participants. So once it was tested, I started looking for a signal to buy. I started looking for a confirmation signal to buy. And this morning when I was checking the charts, I noticed that yesterday with the test of that structure, the market went below that. Yes, you can see that with this wick, the market temporarily violated that structure and the price went beyond that. But at the same time, we can see that though the price went way beyond that structure, we closed perfectly respecting that. Why is that important? Because the fact that the structure was respected suggests that this violation could easily be a trap. It could easily be market manipulation and a liquidity grab. So after I spotted this false violation, I started analyzing intraday timeframes, looking for a signal, looking for confirmation to buy. And let's examine what we got on lower timeframes. The first intraday timeframe that I always analyze is a 4-hour timeframe. I look for some bullish clues on this timeframe first, and if I have no clues, no confirmations on this time frame, I start analyzing an hourly chart. So on a 4-hour time frame, nothing special. We see how significantly the market dropped. The market was falling quite rapidly, and we can see that once we went beyond that structure, the market quickly started to recover. But nothing else, no signal to buy. But then look what I spotted on an hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, from a price action and SMC perspective, there were bunch of very important confirmations to consider. The first one was the formation of this wick candles. You can see that after this quite strong breakout, after this quite strong bearish movement, the market started to form very wick candles. We got a bunch of doji candles. What this doji candles signified? This doji candle signified that though the price was falling because of a clear excess of the market supply, because of a clear bearish pressure. This bearish pressure, this excess of supply was finally absorbed. The market found a balance, an equilibrium, and that was the sign that finally someone started to buy. To me, it was the signal that probably the trap, the liquidity grab here was over, and finally, smart money got what they want. And then look what happened next. Then we formed a bullish imbalance candle. We formed quite a strong bullish candle, and with this strong bullish candle, we returned within the boundaries of that structure. Yes, with this strong bullish candle, we returned within that structure. And what is so interesting about this bullish candle is that actually it was the last hourly candle of the previous trading day. So someone did not let the market close below that structure. And just before the market started a new trading day, yes, we returned within that area. Then from a price action perspective, we got two very important bullish patterns here. The first one was a double bottom pattern. Take a look. Here's our first pattern that the price formed. Yes, that was a double bottom. Yes, we can even call that, it can be a cup and handle pattern. I would call that double bottom though. And its neckline was violated with this bullish candle. It provides a price action bullish confirmation. But then during the Asian session, we got another bullish pattern. Have a look. We started to respect this minor resistance. Yes, you can see that the market started to respect this minor horizontal resistance, and respecting that, the price formed a very nice cup and handle pattern. Yes, here the price formed the cup, and here the price formed the handle. And again, we got another strong bullish signal during the Asian session. During the Asian session, the price successfully violated neckline of the pattern. With the formation of the strong bullish candle, we broke and closed above this horizontal neckline. So we see a lot of clear signs of strength of the buyers. We see at least a local clear change of the market sentiment from a strongly bearish to steadily bullish, right? So all the signals were more than enough for me to make a decision to buy dollar CAD pair this morning. And I, as always, spotting a cup and handle pattern, I always trade this pattern on a retest of a broken neckline. So on a retest of a broken neckline, a long position was taken. Yes, here was the point from where I bought the pair. I set my stop loss below the lows of the pattern, and for now at least I'm aiming at the closest strong resistance. Analyzing a 4-hour time frame, checking a 4-hour chart, and looking for the closest strong resistance, I see the resistance right here. Yes, we have quite a strong horizontal resistance right here that we will need to take into consideration for our day trade. And I have my take profit just a couple of pips below that. So here's how my trading position looks. Again, though the market already took off from the entry, yes, those who follow me on Telegram or on TradingView should have received this signal just after I entered the trade, and after the first pullback from a neckline, we got 2 more. So I guess that many members managed to enter this trade. So that is the reasoning behind this setup. That is why I took this trade. Here is where my entry, my take profit, and the stop loss. Let me introduce if you have any questions regarding this trading setup. Cookies Rand says on dollar CAD, yesterday's daily close was bearish engulfing. Why not look for sells and target yesterday lows? Let's check. Bearish engulfing. Yes. Let me open a naked price chart so we could understand what Cookies Rand says. So traders, when you trade patterns, when you trade candlestick patterns or price action patterns, it is very important for you to have a feeling of a perspective. And the perspective is that, as we discussed, dollar CAD is strongly bullish. We are in uptrend, and for that reason we are bullish biased and we look for buying. That is why I consider buying the pair rather than selling. But even if you spot the pattern, here's, by the way, a bearish engulfing candle that Cookies Rand noticed. Yes, that is a valid candle. That is a valid strong bearish candle, and definitely it is a strong bearish candlestick pattern. But when you see a strong bullish or bearish pattern, you should remember that when we see a strong bearish signal, after formation of the candle or of the pattern, the market will seek the closest strong liquidity zone to realize the potential of the pattern. And with this, look, here's the perspective. Here's how the price action on dollar CAD pair looked before your engulfing candle was formed. And our support was here. With the occurrence of a bearish signal, we will expect a bearish move to our closest strong support. Here is our closest strong support. Here is our demand zone. And with the formation of this engulfing candle, the price reached that support. So the potential of this candle was already realized. Yes, this candle signified a strong selling imbalance. This candle signified the excess of the supply, and the market found the closest demand zone where this excess of supply was absorbed. Yes, so if you sell now, technically speaking, you will sell from the support, and it is very, very risky. If that bearish engulfing candle closed below this support, then selling would be a good idea, and then we could expect a bearish continuation to the next strong support that is right here. Yes, so perspective really matters in trading, and the analysis of supply and demand zones is crucially important for understanding a potential of each and every signal that you spot. Yes, I hope it is clear. Now, question from Billy. Vasily, check the equal bar theory for projecting the move. You have equal bar at 1.4 and bottom at 1.397. Projected move 14036. Let me check. Projected bar theory. With the projected bar theory, the problem is that if we take that into consideration, we would have very low reward potential. So what Billy is talking about is that our cup and handle pattern is right here. Yes, we decided to buy this cup and handle pattern. Here is our pattern. Yes, and the range of this pattern is here. Yes, and the idea is that if we decide to buy this pattern, the profit potential of this pattern will be determined by its range, meaning that our target should be, based on its range. Yes, like that. So, Billy, I'm not sure how exactly you measured the range, because from my analysis perspective, the range is like that. Yeah, have equal bar 1.4, equal bar 1.4. Or do you mean the inside bar right here? Sorry, probably I did not understand your question. Yeah, and if you're talking about this inside bar candle right here, yes, that can be this inside bar candle. Let me, by the way, traders, again, let me remove everything from a price chart and show you again. So we have this high momentum bearish candle, yes, and it is also the inside bar candlestick pattern. And you can see that for now, the market perfectly respects the range of this mother's bar. And from what I see from a current perspective, the breakout of the range of the mother's bar and an hourly candle close above that can be another signal to buy. It can be another strong confirmation. So though I do agree that the upper boundary of the range of the mother's bar here is important for the for targets for my trades, I use 4-hour structures, not hourly structures. The range, the upper boundary of the range of the mother's bar is the hourly structure here, not a 4-hour. And to me, 4-hour structures are way more significant than the structures that we see on an hourly time frame. That is why I neglected that. Yeah. So let me know if everything is clear. By the way, cheaters, let me know who entered $CAD trade this morning. Let me know who followed this setup and who are holding this trade at the moment, because personally I'm still holding. My take profit still is not reached, but I hope that it will be reached tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I hope that it will be reached before the New York session opening. If you check on 30 minutes, you will see it better, says Billy. Let me open 30 minutes. Yes. That this logic makes sense, but you know, there's another problem with that approach. If you start taking into consideration 30 minutes, the structures on 30 minutes on an hourly time frame, you will have nothing to trade, because most of the time, taking any trade, spotting any trading signal, you will always have hourly and 30 minutes structures lying very close to your interests. So considering the structures, you will be without profits. So that is why personally I don't rely on the structures that much. Yeah. Now, another setup that I wanted to discuss with you today will be on silver. Yes, I wanted to share with you some swing trading setup on silver. And nice to see you, Tarlan. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. So nice to see Mark. Let's check silver and let me explain why it looks bullish now and how to open a swing trade there. So on silver, if we analyze the daily time frame, if we check current price action on a daily, what we see is a strong uptrend. We can see a failure of the market to update a new higher high. Yes, we set an equal high and dropped from that resistance just recently, and the market retraced to a very significant support cluster. Yes, so we got a very important horizontal support cluster that the market respected. We were rejected from that structure, and we see quite a strong bullish reaction to that. And because the trend is strongly bullish, that support can be the area from where a bullish wave will start, the area from where we will see a bullish movement all the way up to our current high. So from that support, it is reasonable for us to look for buying, to look for confirmation to buy. And when I swing trade, I usually rely on 4-hour time frame confirmations, on 4-hour time frame setups. So let's analyze how the price reacted to that support, and let's discuss what confirmation can we rely on to open a swing trade on silver. If we open a 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame, we will see a very classic bullish price action pattern. We can spot that right here we have quite a significant intraday resistance that the market is respecting for now, and based on that resistance we have a completed inverted head and shoulders pattern, a very powerful bullish price action pattern. We can use this pattern for buying. We can use this pattern as our confirmation to buy. And as always, when we spot an inverted head and shoulders pattern, our main signal is, of course, a breakout of its neckline. For now, its neckline is a strong intraday resistance. It is a strong intraday supply zone. And of course, for now, we assume that selling orders are distributed within that area. What matters for us the most is the breakout of that zone. If buyers manage to violate that area, it will signify a clear excess of the market demand. It will signify a clear dominance of the buyers. And then we can expect growth all the way up to our daily resistance. And that will be our signal to buy. After a breakout of a neckline of the pattern, yes, after 4-hour candle close above that, we can buy. And by the way, you can see that the neckline right here is quite wide, and where exactly should be our entry. One of the reliable rules that you can follow looking for your entry buying a broken neckline, you can simply look for the highest candle close within the neckline. So our exact price action within the neckline, I guess, is like that. So we will need to find the highest candle close right here, the level of the highest candle close, and from such a perspective, our highest candle close level is right here. So that will be the safe entry for your trade after a breakout. After buying on a retest of a broken neckline, we can set our stop loss below the right shoulder of the pattern. It will be quite a safe stop loss for our trade. Yes, and we will aim at our current high. That will be our very perfect trend following swing trade for silver. Again, the main thing about this trading setup is that a head and shoulders pattern that we spotted on a 4-hour time frame was formed on a significant daily support after a pullback. So the formation of a head and shoulders pattern alone is not that strong signal to buy, but a formation of this pattern on a significant historic structure increases the probabilities that this pattern will work and will play out. So the signal to buy will be its neckline violation of 4-hour candle close above. Then look for entries on a retest of a broken neckline. As I explained, the entry will be the highest 4-hour candle close level. Yes, and here will be the plan. Let me check to see if you have any questions. Let me know if everything is clear in my analysis, and let me know if you follow and what else to analyze for you. I see a question from Shola about US 500 index. We'll check that. And as I said, I have another swing trading opportunity for you to share on a pound dollar pair. So let me know, traders, give me yes if you want me to check that for you. So US 500 index. Honestly, by the way, traders, I got very bearish outlooks for US indexes yesterday, and analyzing US 100, US 30, US 500. I thought yesterday that the indexes should definitely bounce, but instead, I guess you saw that the indexes updated local lows yesterday. So if we examine what really happened on US 500 index, the market tested a very important demand zone yesterday, and we approached this major structure. We were consolidating for some time on that, and yesterday, analyzing the reaction of the market to that, I spotted I thought that it was quite a reliable bullish confirmation. I spotted this double bottom after a trap neckline breakout with a bullish imbalance candle was my strong bullish signal, and with my students we bought US 30 index yesterday, and it turned out that we were stopped out from the trade, and because the indexes are very closely correlated, similar setups did not play out on US 100 and US 500, but I have a very strict rule. If I trade the indexes and I see similar setups, I trade just one index. I don't trade them all. Yes, because they are very closely correlated. So I was stopped out here, and the market dropped way lower. We closed below that structure. We may assume now that a broken structure turns into a strong resistance, strong daily resistance. And if we analyze the historic price action, we can see that our closest strong support, our major historic support, is here. So honestly, I won't be surprised if the index drops lower now. It feels like the index has a potential to drop lower. And if we examine our recent price action, if we examine this bearish impulse, a retracement, and the formation of a lower high, we can see, yes, that we may also have this harmonic ABCD pattern. Yes, that is already completed. So honestly, I don't think that it will be a good idea to sell this broken structure, because the formation of this ABCD pattern may suggest that this violation right here is just a trap and a false breakout. So if the market bounces and we see a bullish movement and daily candle closes above that broken structure, it will suggest that this violation is a trap, and then we can expect a movement higher. But if the price drops lower, just look for buying from that structure. Yes, this structure looks very significant, and I guess if this structure is tested with a very high probability, we will see a strong bullish movement from that. So consider that area in your analysis. What will happen with the index the next few hours, the next few days? I'm not sure. Yes, because as I said, this violation can easily turn into a trap, or the market may drop lower. I don't know, so I suggest waiting. But if we see a test of that support, definitely look for buying from that. Or if we see a bullish movement from current price levels and the daily candle closes above this broken structure, then it is a trap and we will go higher then. That is the the outlook. Now about pound dollar pair, let me share with you the setup for pound dollar pair. And many of the members of my Telegram channel, many YouTube subscribers frequently ask the best strategy to trade with if you work, if you have a full-time job, and if you have just 1-2 hours a day for trading. And while many newbie traders look for scalping strategies, that is completely wrong. And I always say that scalping requires a lot of time, it requires complete focus, and if you want to combine full-time job and scalping, you will most likely blow your entire trading account and leave this game. For you, the best startup strategy will be swing trading. Yes, and swing trading on a daily time frame. Why? Because swing trading on a daily time frame is very slow. Usually you will have, by the way, it will be more than enough to analyze the chart once a day, and you will need just 1 hour a day for trading this strategy. And because this daily time frame is very slow, you will not miss the entries, you will not miss the important signals. Yes, so that is the strategy that I will show you now can be used, yes, if you have a full-time job, if you have 1-2 hours a day for trading. This strategy is the trend following strategy, yes, and trading this swing trading strategy, you should make sure that the pair that you analyze on a daily time frame is in a trend. The pair should be either in a bullish or in a bearish trend. Pound dollar pair on a daily is now bearish. We have a bearish price action. We have a strong downtrend, and the market is in a downtrend since September already. You can see that the pair consistently updates the lower lows and lower highs, and the idea of this swing trading strategy will be to sell after a pullback in a downtrend or buy after a pullback in an uptrend. After pound dollar pair updated the low, after we set a new lower low, lower close right here, the market started a correctional movement. And we started to trade in a minor bullish trend. Yes, so here is our pullback. If we do a structure mapping, we can see that with this correctional movement, the market already established a minor bullish trend. Yes, here was our last lower low. Yes, from that lower low, we got a bullish impulse. We got a retracement with the formation of a higher low, and we got another strong bullish impulse with the formation of a new higher high. So we have a minor bullish trend and a correctional movement. Then another thing that you will need to do, cheating this strategy, you will need to understand where the market is going. If the market is bearish, where will be the next strong support where the market is going. To find that support, simply analyze a historic price action, analyze how the market acted in the past, and try to find the next major support. Analyzing a historic price action, I think we have some important structure right here. Yes, you can see that we have quite an important structure cluster right here that was, you can see that over time the market keeps respecting that area. It is definitely an important liquidity zone that the market respected in 2023 and 2024, and it may keep respecting that this year and the next year, so that can be the next goal for the sellers, that structure. So we may assume that bearish trend on a pound dollar pair at some moment will continue, and when the market completes the correction, the market will continue falling to this support. And then the only thing that is missing in this analysis is a confirmed signal, is your signal to enter the trade. From such a perspective, once we spotted that the market is in a correctional movement and that we have a minor bullish trend here, we will need for a confirmed violation of this minor bullish trend. We will need for a signal that the market completed a correction and we have a confirmed resumption of a global bullish trend. What can be such a signal? Following just classic structure mapping rules, following just classic price action rules, we know that the market remains bullish till the level of the last higher low is respected. Yes, while the price is staying above that level, the trend, this minor trend, remains bullish. So your signal of a completion of a correction will be a breakout of that level. Yes, when we close below that level, it will be an important event that is called a market structure shift or a change of character or just a trend violation. So when we violate the level of the last higher low, we will see that the market is no more bearish. Sorry, it is no more bullish. And if it is no more bullish, then it will mean that it is bearish again, that it is back to a global bearish trend. When we break and close below that level, you can look for entries, and I suggest again drawing support area based on the level of the last higher low, because from the SMC perspective, this support area will also be the order block zone. After its violation, I suggest looking for entries within that zone. And again, if you're struggling with the entries, if it is hard for you to pick the entry for the trade, just find the lowest daily candle close within that zone. This rule will help you to always objectively find the entry for your trade. From such a perspective, our lowest daily candle close is right here. Yes, based on this candle. So here will be the entry for the trade. That will be the level from where you will need to short. With the sell limit order, here will be the level where you will need to place your sell limit order. You will need to set your stop loss above the last higher high. It will be the safest stop loss for your trade, and then you will simply aim at the next strong daily structure, daily historic structure that we spotted. So that will be the plan. This trading strategy is entirely based on a daily time frame analysis. So it is for trading this swing strategy, you will need to use just one single time frame, daily time frame. This strategy will be very slow, yes, and because we will rely on daily candle closes as confirmations, you will have very extended time periods for the analysis, for spotting the signal, for placing the entries. In my view, that is, and moreover, the strategy is completely logic based, it is price action based, it is trend analysis based, so it makes sense what you are doing treating this strategy. So that can easily be your startup strategy for entering Forex market, for becoming a trader. Try that on different pairs. Yes, just find the pair that is in a clear trend, find the correctional movement in a trend, wait for completion of this correction, and then look for trend following opportunities. Yes. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Now let's analyze gold. Gold will be the next instrument that we'll check. And yes, and then I will check pound Swiss for you. I see some day trading opportunity on pound Swiss. We'll definitely check that. Yes, so let's open gold. Those who follow me on TradingView and on Telegram knew that earlier many times I warned about the significance of this demand zone. On gold, on a daily time frame, we have a very important demand zone. Demand zone that is based on this rising trend line and this recently broken horizontal resistance that turned into support. Again, you can see that this here we have a very important horizontal structure cluster, we have a very important vertical structure, and these two structures compose this contracting demand zone. Yes, and many times on TradingView I shared how important this zone is. Yes, on Friday already I warned you that there's a very high chance that the price will start growing after a test of that demand zone. So the price started to approach that zone on Friday, then we were testing that on Monday, then we tested that yesterday, and finally yesterday strong intraday bullish signals started to appear. Let's quickly examine the signals. Let's check how the price tested this demand zone on an hourly time frame. Let's analyze the intraday price action. You can see that on an hourly time frame we got a bunch of strong bullish patterns. First one was this falling channel. Yes, have you seen this falling channel? We got a falling parallel channel here that was broken, and its resistance was violated with the high momentum bullish candle. Also within this channel we got a double bottom pattern. Yes, here was a double bottom pattern formation that the price formed, and we also got a nice bullish engulfing candle within the boundaries of this channel. So we got a lot of bullish price action confirmations and candlesticks confirmations yesterday after a test of that area. All those confirmations occurred early in the morning, even before the London session opening, and then we got quite a strong bullish continuation. The question is, when can we expect the next bullish movement? And from such a perspective, analyzing a 4-hour time frame, we can see that now gold is stuck on that intraday resistance. We reached quite a significant intraday resistance cluster. Your next signal to buy, your next bullish confirmation will be a breakout of that area. 4-hour candle close above that will provide a strong and a reliable bullish confirmation. So I think that gold has a very nice potential to rise more. My bias is very strongly bullish. I really like how the price respected that demand zone. I really like how the market was rejected from that demand zone, and I think with the high probability the market will go higher. Yes, just rely on a breakout of this intraday 4-hour resistance. A 4-hour candle close above 41.10 level will provide a very strong and reliable confirmation. Yes, let me know, traders, if you have any questions regarding that, and let me know what is your take on gold and what are your expectations. Ikram says, "Hey Vasily, I don't receive notification." Yeah, sometimes for some reason YouTube doesn't send them, and some of the members often report seeing that or text me on Telegram or on TradingView saying that the notification wasn't sent. I'm not sure why it happens, but as you know, yesterday, by the way, with this Cloudflare glitch, PayPal, ChatGPT, and many other services did not work. So probably it is not because of me doing something wrong, but because of this, because of YouTube not being able to to send the notification in time. Noah says, "I see an inverted head and shoulders pattern on a 4-hour time frame." Yes, that can be. You know, again, it's really based on your perspective. So in order to see an inverted head and shoulders pattern right here, you should draw the neckline like that. So you will need to extend that. Doing so, yes, we would have an inverted head and shoulders pattern with quite an extended big left shoulder, head being right here and right shoulder being here. Yes, so that is, from such a perspective, it would be a valid inverted head and shoulders pattern. But the head and shoulders pattern that we discussed on silver, to me, looks way better. And I think that if choosing what inverted head and shoulders pattern to trade, the one that we spotted on gold or the one that we spotted on silver, the one that we found on silver looks way better in my view. So I would take that into consideration. Yes. So thank you, Noah, by the way, for your question. Now, there's a question from Hassan about European pair. European, man, it looks like we got quite a long bearish trap, and we may see more growth soon. So what is happening with European pair? The market is strongly bullish. We are trading in a strong uptrend since the beginning of the year, basically. And the market has just updated the high. We set a new higher close on a daily, and then the market started to coil on a recently broken structure. Yes, we got, and we still have, a very important structure cluster here on European pair in a daily time frame. And this week we got a trap. Yes, you can see that we formed this long wick right here. We went way beyond that structure, but we did not manage to close below that. Then we formed a doji candle on that signified that the market finally found equilibrium, and now we continue trading within that structure. So because the trend is bullish, obviously I think that there's a high chance that this bullish trend will continue. Moreover, by the way, current bullish rally is quite sharp, so I think chances will be high that the uptrend will resume soon. The only question is, what can be our reliable confirmation? And again, on a 4-hour time frame, we can spot some consolidation. We can see that candlestick. From a candlestick perspective, we have the inside bar pattern, and all this 4-hour candles are trading within the range of this high momentum bearish candle. And from a price action perspective, we can see, yes, a cup and handle pattern. Yes, another cup and handle pattern that we can easily recognize. And for now, its horizontal neckline looks like a strong intraday resistance. We see strong bearish reactions from that. You can see that many times already it was respected. We got nice pullbacks from that. So your clear sign of strength of the buyers will be a bullish breakout of that. If we break and close above that blue intraday resistance, yes, with the high probability will go up to current high. So that can be your quite a reliable confirmation signal. So let's see, probably the market awaits some high impact news that will be a catalyst. What can it be from such a perspective? From the news perspective, we have FOMC minutes today that can be a catalyst, for example. So monitor how the price acts within this range, respecting the neckline of this cup and handle pattern, and probably after the news, we will see a breakout. Yes, so that's the plan. Now about pound Swiss. So as I said, I see some potential day trading opportunity on pound Swiss pair. This one is based. By the way, pound Swiss, CAD Swiss, Euro Swiss. All these pairs are very closely correlated, and among these pairs I see two setups, one on pound Swiss and one on CAD Swiss. They are very similar, but the one on CAD Swiss I love better. So let me show you the setup on CAD Swiss, and just remember that the rules, the entry techniques, and the confirmations that we will discuss on CAD Swiss will be perfectly applicable for trading pound Swiss, right? So let me show you what I see on CAD Swiss pair. On CAD Swiss pair, we can see that the market is in a downtrend. We are trading in a downtrend, and in this downtrend, the price is now trading on this resistance. Yes, we have quite a significant deal of resistance that the price reached with this high momentum bullish candle. Some SMC traders would consider this high momentum bullish candle to be a fair value gap, and many traders would even expect that this fair value gap is going to be filled soon. But just from the price action and structure analysis perspective, the fact that we are trading in a downtrend and the fact that we are testing such a significant resistance might suggest a highly probable pullback from that area. So the only thing that is missing is a strong confirmation. When the price reached that zone, I started analyzing an intraday price action, and on a 4-hour time frame, I noticed quite a peculiar consolidation. You can see that the market started to respect this intraday 4-hour support, and we started to trade within this narrow range. That is the current range where CAD Swiss pair is stuck. And because we assume that with the high probability the market will drop from this blue daily resistance, we can look for a sign of strength of the sellers on a 4-hour time frame as our signal to sell. From such a perspective, what can be such a signal? This yellow area is for now a strong intraday support, and you can see that 2 times already the price respected that. 2 times already we got pullbacks from that support, so we may assume that buyers are placing their orders within that area. We may assume that buying interest concentrates within that yellow intraday demand zone. If the price breaks that, if we see a violation of that. That will be our strong signal. If a 4-hour candle closes below that yellow support, it will provide a reliable, strong confirmation. It will suggest that because of the selling imbalance, this demand zone does not hold anymore. So once a 4-hour candle closes below this yellow support, we can expect a bearish movement lower. And our next strong support will be right here. And that support can be a goal for our trade. Our stop loss for the trade should lie strictly above the resistance of that range. It will be a very safe stop loss for our trade. And we will place our entry on a retest of a broken support of the range, so that our trading setup will look like that. Yes, here will be the exact plan to sell. We let the price consolidate within that range. We wait till this accumulation or distribution is over, and the signal to sell will be a breakout of that support. Yes, and then we will follow this plan to sell. So with the ranges, remember that this range can easily break to the upside if we set a new higher close on the 4-hour time frame. If we violate that intraday resistance, it will just invalidate our trading setup, and this setup will be invalidated, and we will not cheat it. Yes, that is the plan. You can use the same logic for trading pound Swiss. As I said, on the pound Swiss pair, the setup is very similar. The trend there is also bearish. There's a test of significant deal resistance. There's a consolidation on the 4-hour time frame, so you can use the same rules. Now, Shola says on silver, I run the EME 20 and ME9 strategy you shared a few weeks ago on silver in the 4-hour time frame. The ME is not crossing over EME to the uptrend at the moment. Is it still a swing trade signal? Shola, I don't know how you listened, because on silver there is no price action signal too. The neckline is still not broken, and I assume that once silver breaks this neckline on a 4-hour time frame, you will also have EME and MA crossover too. So I think that two signals will align once we have a neckline breakout. For now, there is no signal, so please listen carefully. Now, US oil. Question about US oil. Let me check US oil. WTI crude oil, by the way, is way too boring. The last month, since the price set a local high right here. Typically, we got very few strong price movements, and most of the time the market was simply forming this wick candles. From what I see now, let's check. Definitely we have some minor downtrend here, and we see the tendency of the market to update lower highs and lower lows. Yes, but the problem with that reasoning today is that, if I remember, we have crude oil inventories data release today. Let me double check in the economic calendar. Yeah. We have a lot of crude oil related news releases. So I think that it would be way better to wait for the news releases today before placing any midterm or long-term trade. For now, your focus should be strictly on day trading or even scalping, focusing on local minor intraday price movements. What I see is that we have quite a strong support right here. We have quite a strong support right here. Probably we have some trend line too. This one doesn't look valid. Let's try drawing it from here. No, I don't like it neither. So if the news today are not surprising, and if the market does not react to the news today, I think we may continue trading in such a manner, setting a new lower high right here and going lower to at least the current low, and probably updating a new one, setting a new lower low, lower close right here. Yes, for now it looks like this downtrend may easily continue. Yes, let's, by the way, check the intraday price action if we have something special. On a 4-hour time frame, there's a consolidation. Now, yes, we are in this range. We just updated a local high, temporarily violating the resistance of the range, and now we dropped. Yeah, honestly, I don't see any reliable signal here at the moment. Just the fact that on a daily there's a tendency to set lower lows and lower highs suggests that with a high probability such a price action will keep, yes, and we will see a bearish movement soon to a current low. That's for now my outlook. Ashila says, do you trade or review crypto? I occasionally trade crypto, but very rarely. I have quite a limited number of altcoins that I have in my watch list, and yeah, but main problem with trading crypto is that this market is very closely correlated, and most of the price movements that we see on one altcoin is very similar to any other altcoin. But I guess you saw that for now Bitcoin is under strong bearish pressure. For now, downtrend continues. On the previous live stream, I already explained why the market is bearish from a price action perspective, and why it's reasonable to be on the side of the bears for now. And if we look for the closest strong historic support, we can find the first strong support cluster right here. You can see that this support cluster wasn't reached, and it suggests that there's a high chance that it will be actually tested. I think that there's a high chance that the market will drop to that structure and that support will be reached. So expect more bearish continuation and expected test of that support. And actually we have more supports lower. If we study historic price action, we will find a strong support right here. We'll find a strong support right here, and we will find a strong support right here. But while these two are minor, the upper one and the lower one are the majors. So monitor them carefully. Yes. My plan for now will be to definitely wait for the test of the upper one. Yes, and probably then look for some signal to buy. Yeah. And same analysis for all the alts. Yes, if you open any other alt, yes, the price action will be very, very similar there. Yeah. Now US30. With US30, the bias is kind of the same like on US 500 index. So I do admit the fact that this major structure is now broken, but we have another strong major structure right here. Yes, and right here. And because the trend is strongly bullish, definitely it will resume quite soon, but the only problem is to understand from where exactly the next bullish wave will follow. My plan for now is to let the index test that demand zone that looks like a very strong structure, and within that area I will look for a signal to buy, expecting a trend following bullish movement. Yesterday we did not manage to actually test that. It looks like we respected the higher price level, so I think we may drop a bit lower before we start growing. But again, selling looks very risky, as I explained with the US 500 index, even if you see some bearish signal, if you see some bearish pattern giving against such a strong uptrend is very risky. So it's better to just let this pattern play out and look for buying after a pullback. Yes, so that's the plan. Yes, so that is what I prepared for you for today, traders. Yes, I hope that you enjoyed today's live stream. So always, if you are interested in more live streams like that, remember that I do such live streams on a daily basis in my Trading Academy. I also have a VIP signals group where I share signals with entry, stop loss, and target. I have 2 books for you teaching you my trading strategies. I have SMC book where I teach you how to trade SMC, and by the way, this book now became a bestseller in India, and I hope that soon it will be a bestseller in other countries. I also have top-down analysis book where I teach my multiple time frame analysis strategy. On my website, by the way, there are also a lot of free educational articles about gold trading, risk management, price action analysis, candlesticks. Just visit my website, vasilytrader.com, and check free education page. You will find a lot of free materials there. So always do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have Instagram, I have free Telegram channel, I have Facebook group, I have Twitter, and you will find all the links in the description to this live stream. As always, after we finish, I will provide the time codes for those who missed some part of the live stream. It will be easier to watch the recording. And later on today, I will definitely share more setups and signals on my free Telegram channel. Thank you, traders. Do not forget to like this